So on 8/21, Post Malone was on this plane and it didn't land on time. Something happened where they had stayed in the air a long time. So this was 8/21 Haitian Revolution, Nat Turner Rebellion, Post Malone. He was born in Syracuse, which goes with St. Lucie, which is December 13th, which is Taylor Swift's birthday. So that's why you always see them a lot together in media. December 13th, also Twitch Boss and Jamie Foxx Portal. Think about Twitches and twins. And we're talking about B613 and how we talked about Papa Legba, B613, 613 being the feast day, 613 the twins from Beyonce's birthday, 613 the Olsen twins' birthday. So then it's related to Baron Samedi, whose feast day is 11/2, which is like 2/11, which is Stranger Things, 11/11. Nat Turner passed away 11/11, was born on 10/2, which is another 10/2, which is 2/11 again. So they have multiple 11s out there, multiple twins out there, bazillions of twin flames, soulmates, higher selves that they're not trying to let you get together because then you might change the timeline of Earth. So this is one time that they try to take Post Malone out in real life and spiritual realm and just looked like it was an accident, but there's a lot of things going on in between. So right before that, on September 7th, he was in a car with Benson Boone. I think Olivia Benson, the Little Mermaid, Olivia Benson. So the lady that has the Little Mermaid voice in Little Mermaid cartoon, the original movie, basically was Benson was the last name. Her birthday is October 10th, which is DGG's birthday. DG, who's with Halle Bailey, who plays Little Mermaid. So you see, like with the birthdays, 10/10, and that's with DGG, as well as Kendrick Lamar Johnson, the one that got wrapped up in a mat, the magic carpet ride type. So Benson Boone was with him at the time when he was in the car, September 7th, the same day that Mac Miller passed away, who's born on 1/19, like Aaliyah 1/16, who passed away August 25th, right before 9/11. September 7th, Queen Elizabeth I's birthday. Queen Elizabeth II passed away September 8th. Queen Elizabeth I had red hair. So this is red hair it character, this character that's in between, in the middle, like Malcolm in the middle, like Malcolm and Jamal Warner. So when you start to connect them all and you go to sleep, you start to see them talking to each other. When they are taken out by the same people, are in the same day or the same manner, they start to talk to each other. So Benson Boone was the LDS. LDS is like Patrick Wilson, who looks like the guy that was in the Latter-day Saints, Joseph Smith, who ran the Latter-day Saints. So Benson Boone, Boone County, Kentucky. So Kentucky is a very spiritual energy. Edgar Casey, Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Hopkinsville, the Witch Hunters, 8/12, like we discussed in part 17. Post Malone's birthday is 7/4, which is Independence Day, like aliens. 7/4 is when Nat Turner was going to do the rebellion. He got sick, ended up doing it August 21st, same day that Haitian Revolution happened, just a different year. So a lot of these energies come in on a certain time and date that you will be downloading. So one of the most important dates is your birthday. And your birthday is connected to people who are born or passed away on that date. So Benson James Boone, Monroe, Washington, we talk about George Washington and the Cincinnati Society. So June 25th is Mami Wata's feast day. Mami Wata is also connecting to the Little Mermaid because Mami Wata is like the energy behind the water, and she has a snake. Earlier from Decode, we talked about Mami Wata. So him having June 25th birthday, as well as Michael Jackson passed away June 25th. Michael Jackson being born August 29th. So this is like the same energy going on. So Benson Boone, LDS Church, Patrick Wilson, Joseph Smith, The Conjuring, Last Rites. A lot of it is connected. And then you have the Utah, the Mormons, Latter-day Saints. They're in Utah, as well as the Mormons. So it's a lot of energies over there. And Joseph Smith, look him up. So Latter-day Saints, Church of Jesus Christ, and Latter-day Saints. So think about Post Malone and Jesus connections and him, having the crown and the thorns. And then Patrick Wilson, July 3rd. Patrick Joseph Wilson playing in Aquaman, so the astral spiritual waters, and also playing in the spiritual waters with Conjuring, Annabelle, Lorraine Warren, Ed Warren. Looking like Joseph Smith, who passed away June 27th. Which I'm doing a birthday code for June 30th. So he only passed away about 3 days around your birthday. And July 3rd is when Patrick Wilson was born. So a lot of the energy for B613 or 630 for this decode is part of this. So December 23rd and then to June 27th. So Latter-day Saints and the Mormons and Utah. And Joseph Smith never lived in Utah, but he passed away and then someone else took over in Utah with this. So like I said, when you have her and him together, December 13th, Syracuse, him being from Syracuse, St. Lucie, Lucille Ball, the red hair, all that. So in the Matrix, they always want the Matrix, the Oracle's eyes. So like think about St. Lucie in the eyes and the Nun 2 movie and Lucy, and like think about the Farmagama twins, I can't say the last name, but Vera and the sisters. So you have her playing Lorraine Warren, and then you have her playing in the Nun movie, their sisters. Fun fact, I'm Haitian, and my godmother is a white nun that lived in Haiti that married my uncle, and she's my godmother. So when I was hospital napped, her energy did come through, so the nun know all about that. In Haiti, they would, have the Catholic Church go there to try to squash voodoo in the religion, but the voodooist people were just like, you know what, we're just going to connect our voodoo laws to different saints and different people on the Catholic realm so that when we talk, they know that we're talking about these people instead of the other people. So when I say Marasa and I say the Saints Cosmos and Damien, B613, that voodoo people be like, oh, we get it because we synchronized them with the Catholic people. So they would have known that we were doing voodoo the whole time, that we were still sticking to our roots, that we understood that some of us are ancient Egyptian, Lemurian, and West African, and we mixed together, and then a little Scottish. So we know all of the magic for the spiritual realm, because for the money realm, it's a little bit suspicious. In real life, if you want to make money, you can make money whether you're good or bad, but it's what you're going to do with it that differentiates between, like, am I going to be a good person or a bad person? If I'm going to be a good person with $1 million, I'm going to need to be really spiritually in tune and aligned, because if I have $1 million, I'm going to lose it quickly, because they're going to, if I'm trying to do good things, because they're going to come for me. But if you can see them coming out of spiritual realm when you're a millionaire or you win the lottery, it won't be so hard to keep doing the good work you're doing while you're in like a jackpot movie where you're trying to take your wins. So the Nun movie is talking about St. Lucie, right? Thaisa Farmiga, like the farm. They're farming us. We're zombies, right? We're going to work. We hate it. Some of us don't like our jobs, taking substances so we can be happy. So that's like basically a zombie. A lot of people on Earth are becoming zombies and not living the life they're supposed to live, just living life to live. Like, I want to be a mom, but I can't afford it, so I'm just going to not be a mom, because they're not letting you be great, because they're not financing anything. They're letting you decide that it's a decision to be a mom. And don't decide to be one if you don't want to have money, because you can't trust these men to take care of the kids. So this life is not lifing at this point. So we need good people to start, like, their dreams come true, so it could be not nightmares for people. And the people that are living the American dream or the world dream, taking control of innocent, vulnerable, unfortunate people like Ursula, then that's what's going on right now. It's a whole astral thing that is happening between money, nightmares, and dreams, and zombies. A lot to do with religion and the way that they control your thinking of your mind, as well as like in general in life, how they feed you things till you think it's the truth. Like, there's no reincarnation. Don't worry about it. There's only heaven. Believe me, if there was heaven and you just pass away and go to heaven, every rich person would just go to heaven because then you get everything you want, right? But that's not how it goes. No. Future heaven's on earth. You have to go through so much time to get there. But it can get there quickly if more people wake up. But the longer it takes to wake up, the longer it takes to get to future heaven on earth, So again, St. Syracuse, post Malone for being from Syracuse, and the whole thing with this energy, and the Conjuring Last Rites, and Lorraine Warren, Ed Warren. So Ed Warren was born September 7th. September 7th is when Post Malone got into the car accident, same day that Mac Miller passed away. September 7th, Queen Elizabeth I's birthday, the redhead. So then you understand how all this is connecting. So Syracuse, Italy, December 13th, Taylor Swift. So his friend being in the car, November 2nd, which is Baron Samedi's feast days, 11/2-11. Daniel Boone, The Sacrifice, September 26th. Ronald DeFeo's birthday, September 26th. Ronald McDonald, the red hair, the clown. The April Fool's jokes. 312-213. Boone County, Kentucky, Hopkinsville Witch Hunters. Matthew Hopkins.